The call came at 10:43 p.m. My daughter's voice, shaking, small, cut through the static. "Dad, please, he hurt me. He locked me in the basement." My pulse stopped. Then a man's voice replaced hers, slurred, arrogant, loud enough to taste. "Your cop daddy can't touch me," he said. "I've got 30 boys watching my back. I'm untouchable." The line went dead. For a moment I just stared at the phone. My hands didn't shake, my breath didn't change. Years of training stripped emotion to silence. I dialed one number. My commander picked up on the first ring. "Talk to me." "My daughter," I said. "Basement. Ex's house. The new husband did it." He didn't hesitate. "Gear up," he said. "We're bringing the whole team." By 3 a.m. we stood outside that house, SWAT lined in formation, straight light cutting blue veins across the asphalt. The world held its breath. Door kicked, screams, flashlights slicing through the dark. And when I saw him, her stepfather, standing half-dressed, trembling, urine soaking down his leg, that's when my pulse finally returned. The report said she was bruised, light injuries, trauma consistent with confinement. But the real damage wasn't visible. When I saw her in that hospital bed, eyes wide, throat raw from crying, she didn't reach for me, she looked through me. "Why didn't you come sooner?" she whispered. That question stayed. Not the bruises, not the blood, just that. Why didn't you come sooner? Her mother stood in the corner, arms folded, mascara streaked, pretending shock, pretending innocence. But I'd seen that look before, the faint guilt behind the trembling lip, the kind of guilt that knows more than it admits. When I asked where she'd been that night, she said she'd been out with friends. Her eyes flickered left, always left when she lied. I didn't confront her, not yet. I just nodded, quiet, because I needed to see how deep this went. I started collecting things, small things, phone records, bank statements, GPS pings. Patterns formed. Late-night calls to her husband's phone when he was working. A message, "He's home, keep her quiet." The more I read, the colder I became. It wasn't just negligence, it was orchestration. She hadn't just looked away, she'd allowed it, arranged it, in pieces, with money I once gave her for our daughter's care. Every night I rehearsed calmness in the mirror, a father's face, not a detective, a tone too even to betray the violence coiled inside. Days stretched into a performance of composure. Her at the hospital, bringing flowers, crying for sympathy. Me standing behind glass, watching the act unfold. She thought I didn't know. She thought silence meant ignorance. But silence, when chosen, is a weapon. The proof came in a flash drive. Encrypted, anonymous drop. Video footage, time-stamped, clear. She was there. Her voice, telling him to teach her discipline, telling him I was weak. I replayed it once, then once more, not for doubt, for clarity. When I walked into her apartment the next evening, she looked startled, but relieved. "Is she okay?" she asked softly. "She's resting." I placed the flash drive on the counter. "What's that?" "Everything," I said. She reached for it. I didn't stop her. I watched her face change, the widening eyes, the oxygen leaving her chest. She stumbled back, covering her mouth, whispering, I didn't mean." But guilt doesn't negotiate. It collapses quietly. She fell into a chair, shaking, crying. I just stood there, still as a loaded gun. No words left to offer, no rage left to spend, only truth. The next morning I filed the evidence. Her name, her husband's, both attached. No theatrics, no press, just signatures and silence. By noon, warrants were signed. By dusk, they were gone. I didn't attend the arrest, didn't need to. Some truths don't need witnesses, they just need to exist. That night, I sat outside my daughter's room. She slept beneath hospital light, fragile, breathing slow. I whispered, "It's over." Not for her, for me. Because I'd finally realized something. I wasn't rescuing her. I was burying a part of myself that had loved a lie. Weeks passed. She healed, laughed again, drew pictures with trembling hands. But I stayed distant, watching from doorways. The man I'd been, the father, the husband, the believer, was gone. The badge on my chest didn't feel like authority anymore. It felt like penance. They called me a hero on paper, but heroes sleep, and I haven't slept since. Sometimes, in the dark, I still hear his voice. "What are you gonna do? I'm untouchable." And I remember the sound of the door breaking at 3 a.m., the instant where power reversed, where fear switched owners. That's the thing about monsters. They think no one can touch them, until someone does, without a word, without mercy, without looking back. He called himself untouchable. Now he can't even touch the light that found him.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.